The case that I want to tell now became interesting to me when I saw the behavior of the accused person in the interrogation room. So watch until the end to see the interesting part. Yeah, obviously this is Mashstar, and if you're interested in dark, mysterious and strange stories, even real crime cases, this is a good place for it because I try to upload 3 times a week. And today's story is interesting because it includes interrogation rooms, and it is interesting because I believe that if you watch until the end, you will go back to the beginning of the story and watch it again. But before starting the story, let me tell you that we may not see each other, so put your finger into the interrogation room and one from your finger, like the video and subscribe my channel and turn on all notifications. Let's go to today's story. First of all, listen carefully and try to understand who is guilty.
911, where is your emergency?
Hi, let's stay there.
Where are you at?
No, Wagner?
Okay, what's going on?
I don't even know.
You don't know what's going on?
Is he breathing? Oh my God. My husband is dead.
Okay, is that your husband?
My husband's freaking out, yes. And
Okay.
my friend. My daughter. Elizabeth, get outside.
Ma'am.
She's on the floor. There's blood everywhere. Oh my God, he has a gun wound in the back of his head. He's in trouble.
What is your name?
My name is Sherry King.
Sherry. You don't see a gun?
No, I don't see a gun.
Okay. Listen, I need you and your husband to back out of the residence and wait outside for the officers. Do you hear me?
Sorry.
Well, on May 7, 2017, the Ohio State Police received a call from a woman named Sherry reporting the death of her husband's friend. In her report, Sherry tells the police that she and her daughter and her husband, David, went to their friend's house, Brad, to deliver his lawn mower. But when their daughter went to the basement, she met Brad's dead body with 2 bullets in his head and not breathing. The first question that the police asks is that you see a gun next to the body, and when Sherry says no, it becomes clear that it is not a suicide case and the story is something else. Sherry and her husband David and their daughter leave the body there and wait outside the house for the police to come and find out what's going on.
Can't believe that.
How long you guys been looking?
8, 9 years.
Oh, yeah.
My kids call him uncle. He's supposed to go to the Bahamas with us in August.
Best buds, I think.
Yeah, he's one of my best friends.
He met him in coal mining classes years ago, and we just took him in his family.
I'm trying not to freak out. I'm sorry. I can't not see that. I'm not supposed to see that, man.
When the policemen entered Brad's house, they saw that the whole house was messed up and all the things were moved. So they guessed that maybe one person came with the intention of stealing and killed Brad. But when they check more carefully, they see that no valuable item was stolen from the house. So the possibility of theft is rejected and only one option remains: murder. But who killed Brad? Brad was a quiet and lovely guy, 43-year-old man who lived in a small house. He never made a problem for anyone and he was friends with everyone. David, who is his best friend, knows this better than anyone. The police quickly started their investigation and talked to all of Brad's friends and family members, and yes, they started with David and Sherry and their daughter. David tells the police that Brad had a lover named Scotty and their relationship just ended badly, so Scotty probably killed David. But when the police look for Scotty, they found out that Scotty has been in prison for 3 months and could not have been at Brad's house at the time of the murder. So they interrogate more people to find out who could be the killer. And at the same time, they are looking for CCTV cameras around the house to check the images that were recorded on the day of the murder. But in one of the interrogation rooms, they talk to Brad's cousin, and what she says turns the whole case upside down. His cousin says that in the morning of the day Brad was killed, Brad and I and one of our relatives had gone to my grandmother's house and we were talking. Brad told us that a friend of his named DJ was supposed to be there that evening and he wanted to go to his house and rest or take a nap together. But it was not taking a nap. It was a relationship. And actually, it was sex.
We went to Grammy's. We were sitting around the table. It was just me and Brad and Heather, which is another cousin of mine. And comment how this DJ guy, he was coming over. Brad's intent was it was romantic. He made a joke about taking a nap. And it wasn't taking a nap. He was insinuating that they were having sex. This was Sunday. Yes.
What time do you leave?
Between 1:30 and 2.
Really?
Yes, he was supposed
First I heard that.
he was dropping all the tuxes off. I also know that he was married.
Who told you that?
Brad did.
Brad told you.
Yeah. She, being the wife, didn't know all this time. They've been doing this for years.
Brad's cousin says, I forgot to say that DJ had a wife, but he had a relationship with Brad. Brad always told me that he is in love with a man who has a wife, but they have been in a secret relationship for a long time. Brad calls him DJ, but his real name is David. David is the same David who was Brad's close friend and the one who found the body of Brad in the basement with his daughter and his wife Sherry. If you didn't pay attention to the interrogation, look at the interrogation one more time. Look at her body and think about it. Is she lying or not? After this interrogation, police have a suspect number 1. So they take David's phone to see where David was at the time of the murder, and at the same time they access to CCTV cameras. All the evidence, all of it, proves that David was at the Brad's house at the time of the crime. So now is the time for interrogation and confession. David says, I went to Brad's house and saw another man there with a gun in his hand and shot Brad and got into his car and left.
To the house, me, bro. I'm telling you to go on shoes up more. There was another man there. I swear to you, God, I do not know his name. I do not know his name. I did kind of have a little bit of an argument. Yes, sir. And he was going to shoot me. I got that scared. I didn't know what to do. And then I left. Oh. Okay.
Think he's telling truth or he's lying, and is he a murderer? The investigator, who has seen many criminals throughout his life, realizes from his body language that he is lying because he covers his face with his hands and does not make direct eye contact. That's why the investigator tries another way and blames David and asks, why didn't you call the police? When you knew Brad's body was under the ground in the basement, why did you let your daughter go and find it? David feels guilty about the investigator's words. This is where the investigator shoots the last shot and says, tell the truth. If you love your family and you loved Brad, you should talk. And David tells the whole truth when he hears the word love. And on the day of the murder, Brad wanted the same issue from David, and he beat David and threatened him with a gun that he would kill him if he did not divorce his wife.
He got real loud with me. You know, kind of like up in my face. He had those little derringers. I pushed him. Okay. What happened? I saw it.
And David's confession of murdering his close friend and lover because of the fear of revealing their relationship. Imagine going to your father's close friend's house on a normal day and suddenly you see his dead body, and later you realize that your father was much more than a friend to that person, and later you find out that your father is a murderer and is going to be in prison for the rest of his life. This is the situation of her daughter, Elizabeth. Now I want you to go back to the beginning of this story when David was at the door of Brad's house with his daughter and his wife and was explaining to the police. Can you tell if he is lying? Now what do we get from this story? In my opinion, I think always have one person who knows some special details of your life. No, just you don't have to tell everything to just one person. For example, tell one person about your sexual relationships and your friends, exactly like Brad who told to his cousin, and tell another person about your special financial relationship, and tell another person about your special family relationship. Just tell. This is good. Thank you for watching this video until the end, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. I promised in the first video of my channel that I will improve every video and I will make every video better than the previous one.